now, just be over there. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. So you guys need to listen, though, because I'm going to tell you a story, and then I'm going to pause when there's someone's line, and I'll say the person who's going to speak, okay? Okay, so the natives first got to South America by going over the land bridge that connects Alaska and Siberia. So natives come over to South America. Native 1, first line.
Hey, let's check out what's over here.
Civilizations grew and flourished along the rivers in the Andean area. Do you know what the Andean area is?
Andes Mountain.
Andes Mountains. Living in isolation from the rest of the world, these civilizations were able to develop unique lifestyles. Native 2.
Since we are separated from the rest of the world, we have to come up with new ideas on our own. At least we don't have too much competition.
Okay. Slowly, they took over the land around them and became the largest and most powerful civilizations in the world. They were excellent road and bridge builders. Native 3.
With all of our excellent roads and bridges, we can trade and get around much easier.
Ideas were spread easily, trade happened, they had a strong central government. Native 4.
As long as we remain unconquered, we will be powerful.
The ruler at the time, Kaplak, in 1527, unfortunately died after many years of prosperity. So the Incan natives fell into civil war, which made it easy for them to be conquered. They fought for control between the two different brothers to see who would become the next power. Native 5? Uh-oh. Okay. On May 13th, 1532, Pizarro set off with 106 infantry and 62 cavalry into the peaks of the Andes Mountains. Pizarro, come to the Andes Mountains. And then read your first line. No, other first line.
Other first line.
Go.
We will conquer the Incas.
The Incan Emperor Atahualpa learned. Oh, Atahualpa.
Spinach, you're welcome to our empire.
No, come over to South America.
Oh,
Sorry. The Incan Empire Atahualpa learned of the Spanish fleet and sent a note to Pizarro.
Spinach, you're welcome to our empire, but you cannot stay too long.
When the Spanish arrived in the Incan city of Cajamarca, they found it deserted. Atahualpa, encamped with a giant army, waited nearby. He had heard about Pizarro coming, but the intelligence was not precise about Pizarro and his men. Pizarro and Atahualpa exchanged greetings again. Atahualpa?
Okay, Pizarro, I promise you to meet you and your men in the town square tomorrow.
Pizarro?
Sounds good. See you then.
Come over. When Atahualpa arrived with 80,000 warriors, the Spanish soldiers waited to ambush the Incas. Suddenly, they swarmed out of their hiding places and began slaughtering the surprised warriors. Terrified by the horses, the Indians fled, leaving more than 2,000 dead. Complete devastation. The whole battle lasted less than an hour. Inca 1, Incas come over. Yeah.
This is the worst.
Inca 2,
Run!
Atahualpa was taken prisoner, and Pizarro announced his bail criteria, because he needed to be bailed. Pizarro?
I demand a room filled with gold and 2 chambers filled with silver and ransom money.
Inca 3?
To save our kind, we should tear gold and silver from our temples and our homes and send it to Pizarro.
In May 1533, Pizarro's men built 9 forges to melt the metal into bars. Thousands of priceless artworks were lost. When the Spanish finished, they counted 13,265 pounds of gold and 26,000 pounds of silver. Spaniards come to South America. I guess it's Spaniard 1.
Silly Incas, they sent us their gold and silver thinking it would free their king.
Spaniard 2.
Now we're rich.
Pizarro had deceived the Incas and taken their money with no intention of releasing Atahualpa. Realizing that free Atahualpa could rally his people, Pizarro said,
Kill Atahualpa immediately.
uh-oh. Atahualpa was strangled to death August 1533. With his death, the Incan Empire fell under Spanish control. Atahualpa, you're dead now.
Fall down.
Fall.
You're dead.
Dead.
So Europeans, come join us in South America.
This way.
Kill me too.
Yeah, Europeans. Listen, I'm going to finish the story. Guys, listen. Europeans began began to discover the New World in the 16th century. Columbus in 1492. So interested in South America, they were so interested in South America because of gold and riches. European one. We'll get there first! Nope, other one. European one.
Oh, I'm European.
Alright, say European one.
Glory, gold, and gospel.
Glory, gold, and gospel. Is that what that means?
No.
Glory, taking over.
Oh yeah, wait, I did.
Go ahead. What does it mean? Can you just explain it? We're pausing here.
Glory is like everyone loves you. Gold is that yellow stuff.
So you're rich.
Yeah.
And gospel. You know what that means?
It's like, I don't want to say it.
Religion.
Yeah.
They want to take over the world and spread their religion, become really powerful. Okay. But there was competition between the different European countries for the power over the land. Spaniard 3.
Dibs on the New World.
Portuguese 1. Get there first! Frenchman 1.
Okay, you two fight over these lands. I'll go fight some other land.
They created trade routes, and they had control and power of much of the land. But the Spaniards and Portuguese couldn't agree. So Portuguese 2.
Dibs on the New World.
Spaniard 4.
No way, we already called it.
Pope.
You must compromise, we'll draw a line of longitude. Everything east will belong to Portugal. Everything west will belong to Spain. Sound good?
Portuguese 3.
Fine.
Spaniard 4.
Yeah, okay.
So they divided the New World, drew a line of longitude, and everything east was going to be Portuguese, which is the big reason why Brazil speaks Portuguese, and everything west would belong to the Spanish. The Europeans thought the Native Americans were barbarians. They were grotesque and barbaric to them. Spaniards all give dirty looks to natives. Natives
Natives
all,
over there.
yeah, natives are over there. Natives look sad.
Oh.
You could say so.
They brought new religion and new languages to the Native Americans. They set up new government with 2 provinces, and they made their governments, Spaniard 1,
Native, couldn't learn my religion, but first, learn my language.
Natives 3, 4, 5.
Stop.
Unfortunately, the natives could not survive the European disease that they had brought over to the New World. The Europeans had been around these diseases for centuries and had developed immune systems capable of fighting the diseases off. The natives, however, had never before been exposed to diseases such as the flu and typhus. This reduced the number of natives that could defend the land against the Spanish. So the Europeans didn't have enough people to work the land, and they didn't want to do the hard jobs. So they brought over slaves from Africa when they needed more people. They exploited materials of the continent, and they developed cities such as Lima, Peru, which quickly became one of the wealthiest places in the world. Eventually, the native and European population merged over many years to produce a mixed race. Oh, you know, I forgot the natives died. The natives died first, sorry. Many of the natives died.
Many of them.
Many of them, not all of them. Some of them are still alive.
Wait,
So eventually they became friends, and
I didn't look
listen, which produced a mixed racial population called mestizos. Native 4 and 5?
I thought we were dead.
Oh, are you
What about
dead?
native
No, native 1, 2, 3 is dead. Native 4 and 5? No, become friends with the Spaniards and Portuguese.
Hey.
Shake hands. Mestizos.
Why do I die?
Okay, fine.
You don't die.
Aww. I
Yeah,
get
you're
down
friends.
again. Nikki.
Although, even though they eventually over time became more friendly with each other, integration is still an issue that's confronted in South American nations today. Yeah.
Thank God for democracy.
Okay,
I'm
go
dead.
Go back to your seats.
That was great.
You like that?
I'm dead.
That's 6
What kind of I die?
Awesome.
It would have been more
That was awesome. That's a nice summary.
9:46. Okay, let's talk about that.
We get to keep our lines.
You can. I have other ones in the other class.
Yeah, I'm keeping that one.
So, what did you think? What did you just learn?
Can I say?
Underappreciated.
Natives were underappreciated. What else? Well,
They split the world in half.
yes.
Eastern.
East was Portuguese.
Portuguese, and then West was
Yep. The treaty of Tordesillas. I don't think I said that. Tordesillas. Well, what else did you learn?
Spaniards were greedy.
Spaniards were greedy. Zara, what did you learn?
I'm not a good person.
You're not a good person. Why?
Did I kill somebody?
You did kill. You killed a lot of people.
Okay.
What else did you learn? AJ?
Atahualpa dies.
Atahualpa dies.
Yeah, from
But
me.
after what? But what kind of person is Atahualpa? Tell me more.
Prisoner of war.
What is he before that?
A ruler.
He's a ruler. Is he liked by the people?
Yes.
Yes. So what happens when he dies?
Everyone feels sad.
Everyone's sad. But what else happened?
I killed him.
What?
Is there a civil war?
What did you say? Incas are wimps. They tried.
Incas are small
They tried, but we can't fight the disease.
They have small cavalry.
Disease factor.
They had small. No, they didn't. The Incas had the 80,000 warriors, and the Spanish only had like a few hundred.
Oh, we had like 3.
But they were afraid. They were afraid of the horses. They were used to the diseases.